P&O Iona, post-refit 2025. What's new? What's changed? We're going to tour it all. Spas, restaurants, kids club, entertainment venues. What's it like after 5 years in service? I'm Tom for Cruising with the 4Vs. Let's head now to start our tour on Deck 5.
This deck is mostly cabins, but we also have the bottom half of the spa and also the gym. The gym is open 24 hours a day and you'll find it towards the front part of Iona. So Iona was due to have its maiden in 2020, but due to COVID, that was delayed to 2021. So it's been in service for around 4 years. So it was still looking good before its refit, but it did have a refit in 2025, October, just under 3 weeks. It was in dry dock. So there's been a few changes. We'll discover them as we head around the ship. You'll also notice some new improved carpets, some reupholstery for some of the furniture on board, and we'll take a look at it together. I've popped it into chapters if you'd like to jump around, but you know what? Stick around, get a cup of tea, and enjoy the whole tour of Iona. Into the spa, this is one of the new rooms, head massage. Also, you do have new experiences with Almes, the beauty product. There is some new areas in the spa, but generally it's had a spruce up in the spa. Best time always to head to the spa is on embarkation day. Have a tour and then book any treatments that you like. Headline Theatre is at the forward part of deck 6 and 7. Of a day you do have your lectures, maybe a few kids shows if it's the holidays, and of an evening you do have the theatre company in here. You can book a few weeks before on the booking page of P&O, and also they do let any spare seats go 5 minutes before if you just wait outside. The theatre, decks 6 and 7. Stepping just outside is the scene. The scene is the teenage club on board. I was very impressed when I took a tour of here. Again, in the refit, just had a bit of a clean up. You've got your pool table, your fuse table. You've even got a DJ booth in here. The teenagers can sun themselves in and out, and that is the scene just outside of the theatre. Out of the theatre towards the mid part of deck 6, past the spa. You've also got the art gallery here, and then it's the Limelight Club. The Limelight is a dinner and show venue. You'll have an act. If you're on a 2-week cruise, then you will get a artist normally of week 1 and a week 2. If it's a 1-week cruise, normally you'll just get a West End star, an ex-TV star, and they'll perform. You get a 3-course meal. It's extra pay. You can book it on the booking form before your cruise. As we continue into the Atrium. The Atrium spans 3 decks, decks 6, deck 7 and 8. We're currently on deck 6. This is Vistas Bar and Cafe. These are extra pay if you're looking for a hot drink. Of course, if you want your included hot drinks, you need to head up to the quays or to the buffet, which we'll see later in the tour. This is one of the places where they've had some reupholstered furniture and some new carpet. It's looking good. What do you think? Let us know also what you think of this atrium. Some say it is stunning with the light pouring in. I do love these high windows. They really, on a sunny sea day, it does bring in some light. Some people say it looks like an airport departure lounge. What do you think? I can see both sides to it, but definitely on a sea day, it is a lovely place to chill. And there's some activities, art and crafts that you can do. The 710 Club is included in your cruise fare. You do need to book it. They're artists that have been selected by Gary Barlow himself. 3 or 4 times an evening they perform, and you can head here, have a drink. The shows are normally around 45 minutes, but once again, you will need to book it once you're on board and 18 or over. Let's talk generally of what Iona's up to in the next few years as we head into 26, 27 and 28. In 26, it's general Northern Europe, Spain, Mediterranean cruises in the winter, and then Norwegian fjords, as always, week cruises in the summer of 26 and 27. And then in winter of 27, 28, she's off to the Caribbean to replace Britannia for those fly cruises around the Caribbean. Very nice indeed. It didn't mention in the press release that there was much changed here in Anderson's Bar and Lounge, but all of this furniture looked like it had been reupholstered and the carpet looked brand spanking new. This bar is a bar where you can chill out, relax. There is board games available. One of the fantastic things here in Anderson's is the gin distillery. You can buy bottles on board, and there's also blending lessons and masterclasses. Inquire on board. I may be mistaken, but across the way in the Ocean Studios, you may remember in this point, there was some vending machines, and these have now disappeared. Instead, they've got some doctor-type waiting room seats, but the Ocean Studio Theatre is still here, 4 screens. Just turn up, take a look outside to see if there's any available seats, step inside and enjoy the movie. The after deck 6 is the MDRs, the main dining rooms on board. All anytime dining, you can head onto the My Holiday webpage once you're on board and you can get into the virtual queue for breakfast, lunch and for dinner. These are the times, they will all be in your horizon. Then at the aft with stunning views is the Pearl Restaurants, the biggest of the MDRs on board. This has had reupholstered furniture and some new carpet. Directly upstairs is the Coral Restaurant. The Coral Restaurant looks over the same massive windows at the aft. Plenty of seating, open for dinner, and also check the times if it's open for lunchtime and for breakfast. Once again, this has had new upholstered furniture and carpet. We have arrived on Deck 7. Deck 7, we've just seen the MDR, you've got shops coming up, you have the shore experiences into the Atrium, and we finish up with Brody's and the casino. So let's go and discover Deck 7. We're starting at the aft and we're heading forward. First of all, when you're heading ashore, if you want a shore experience, then head to these guys on board. If you really want to do a shore experience, I would always take a look at what's on offer that you can do by yourself. And also, if you definitely want to do a shore experience, I would also advise to take a look beforehand because they do sell out. Loyalty and future cruise sales are right next door. So if you're planning a future cruise on P&O, then do take a look. They may offer some onboard credit. Shops. We arrive at the photo hub, and this has, in the refit, had a new photo studio. I couldn't get a chance to take a look, but there is a new improved photo studio. Next door to the photo hub is your reception. This can get very busy, definitely on embarkation day, but it's open 24 hours. Shops on either side of Deck 7, and these stairs will take you up to Deck 8. We'll discover that later. They have gone a little bit crazy on the refit on watches. There is new stands, new lines you can check out, and in a second when we're in the Atrium you can check out the new stand and expanded area. So if you fancy a watch, I would head on to Iona in 2026. wine experiences and wine tasting in the cellar door. Mediterranean tapas is the order of the day and dominates Deck 7 Atrium. It's the glass house, and accompany it with a fine wine. Head on to the booking page and then you can join the virtual queues. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about with the booking page, there'll be instructions in your cabin once you arrive on board on how to log in. New features in the casino. This electronic gambling roulette table is new for the casino in the refit. Will you be heading on here, as well as the more traditional gaming tables. Over 18s only in the casino. We are mid-forward now, and we're in Brody's. Brody's is your traditional pub on board. Get yourself a pint, chat with friends, plenty of screens. They have sport on board. Sport 24 is the channel they use, so most Premiership, etc. matches will be on. Just ask behind the bar if your sport is not playing. They also have quizzes and games in here. A fun place to be. It is Brody's.
So Saturn is named after which Roman god?
As we exit Brody's, you do have the theatre. We've already checked out the theatre, so we're going to head up the steps to Deck 8. What is happening on Deck 8? You have a selection of balcony and suite cabins, and then we continue through the atrium. We've got Sindhu, we've got the Quays, and finally we'll check out the clubhouse. So, as you can see, a lot of the corridors have had new carpets, and if you want to check out the whole of Iona, just before the Keel Cow and the atrium, you do have this model. So let's check out the Keel Cow. As you head towards the restaurant, on board you have these very useful refill water stations, which are great. Check out the views and then head into the Keel and Cow. It's your gastropub on board. Once again, you need to head to the booking page and book yourself into the virtual queue and head for some fantastic gastropub food. I also booked myself in for the breakfast on board. It's not too expensive, only a few pound extra, and you can check the menu once again on the booking page, but there is a chance to head for breakfast, avoid the queues at the Keel and Cow, and say hello to this guy. My son loves this shop. For overpriced sweets, head into here as we head towards the aft of the ship. For extra pay ice cream, it ripples. We absolutely love the ice cream afternoon tea here. Check it out. We head to the Quays shortly, but before we head into the Quays, this is an extra seating area for the Quays. It is Sindhu. Sindhu is your Indian restaurant on board, inspired by modern flavours. That's that staircase I was talking about, which you can connect down to Deck 7. There's also the Sindhu bar. You can have a drink before you head into the restaurant. There is a £22 new menu where you can select your meals and have a 3-course meal. You can also just select maybe main courses, just select off the menu and pay for what you bought. You can book this before you get on board. They take a £10 deposit and they take that off the bill at the end. That is Sindhu, a P&O favourite. Welcome to the Quays. 3 food stations. You have your fish and chips, you have your Asian, and you have your American grill. In the mornings, it's open for breakfast between 7:30 and 10:30, 12 noon until 9 for your all-day dining. I think this is a great alternative to the buffet, and I love the katsu chicken. I've rarely seen this area being used, but you can pay for extra Costa coffee, and then supposedly you can get some alcohol. Just tap your card. Salad available. Breakfast time, you do have some pastries, puddings throughout the day. Tea and coffee available. Mediterranean restaurant included is the Olive Grove. Once you get on board, once again, head to your My Holiday booking page and you can book the Olive Grove. Throughout your cruise, it is a Mediterranean restaurant and it's pretty good for an included restaurant. And then for entertainment, head to the clubhouse. Over daytime, you may have in the holidays some kids shows, just some music playing where you can relax. And of an evening, you do have comedians, the Pulse Band, which is your in-house ship band, which will be playing all types of themed music. And even the kids are entertained with this little area soft play. So while you have a drink, they can entertain themselves. If you exit out of the aft of the clubhouse, you find yourself on the open decks, 2 hot tubs and the sunset bar for those amazing aft views. The promenade deck has a promenade. Head around the full length of the ship, put yourself a towel, get in the hot tubs. P&O have also promised in the refit they've added extra seating and sunbeds to this area. This is also where you find the controversial Deck 8 suites and balcony cabins, so you can take a nose in. There's also outside area for the Quays. Decks 9 to 15 are cabins. On each cabin floor you also got a laundrette. I'll be doing a separate video to tell you all about some of the cabin offerings they do have on Iona.
As always, if you enjoyed this content, give it a like. It lets more people see it. And if you love cruise content, subscribe. It's completely free. Now let's head up to the upper decks.
The upper decks now. Welcome to deck 16. On this deck we do have the bottom half of the SkyDome pool, the beach house, Horizon buffet. We'll take a look at that shortly, but we do start right at the aft of deck 16. As we head to the Infinity bar and pool, the grab and go has gone. It's now storage. You have this lovely pool area, the Infinity bar and the Infinity pool. On a beautiful sunny day, it's a perfect place to chill out. You've also got outside seating for the Horizon buffet. Time to head to the Horizon buffet. Horizon buffet has had a little bit of an update in the refit. New flooring, new furniture and some reupholstered furniture. It's looking good. What do you think? I also noticed a few new artwork on the side of the walls. The Horizon buffet is open for breakfast, for lunch, afternoon tea, kids tea and then dinner. Part of the Horizon buffet is the beach house of an evening. That's your South American restaurant. It is a specialty restaurant. Book that before or when you're on board if there's space. And on a formal night, It is the chef's table. That's included, but you need to book it once again on your booking page before you cruise. An essential Iona food guide is coming early November 2025. Included in that, I'll tell you all about the beach house and also chef's table. Let's head into the SkyDome. We're midship now. Deck 16, we'll also head up to deck 17 of the SkyDome. In the SkyDome, Crystal Bar is the first thing that greets you, and these new white wicker chairs. They are new for 2025 in the refit. What do you think of them? We'll take a look. And also new is the new screen. Look, these are the new chairs, looking good. We'll take a look at that screen shortly. I'm getting quite excited about the screen. And you've also got these comfy chairs where you can look out to sea. I did enjoy these seats with a lovely ice cream. Perfect, eh? On a sea day. Feeling peckish? Taste 360 is your all-day dining, open from 11:30 all the way through to 9:30. Pizzas made in front of you. You've got nuggets, you've got chips, you've got burgers. You've also got a salad station, and you also have a special of the day. Extra charge ice cream at Sundays, a favourite of Ernest. He enjoyed this. We're only on a 2-day cruise and he managed to have 2 of them. Iguana, the second of the bars. And of course, you've got to take a seat in the massive Iona chair. So here we go. A big addition is the sea screen. They've got one on sister ship Avia. And as you can see, it really adds to the SkyDome here. Well, this lady goes a little bit crazy with her singing. It will add to the backdrop of singers on board. You'll also have movies. It will be a great addition. That is the new sea screen, which you can see from deck 16 and 17 in the SkyDome. The third bar, the Sky Bar on deck 17. Let's discover the rest of deck 17. Later we'll take a look at Epicurean and the Crow's Nest. You've already seen the upper part of the SkyDome, and we'll also be checking out the open decks and the Kids Club very, very shortly. But we start at the aft. Stunning views over deck 16 and the aft of the ship, and you've also got these hot tubs. The aft of deck 17 is these deck games. Give yourself a game of shuffleboard, table tennis. There's organised games with the crew on board, but you also can turn up and have a game with your family and friends. Continuing down towards midship, we arrive at the kids clubs on board. Let's take a look inside. Not much has changed in the refit. They've just smartened it up, lots of cleaning, and it's looking good. This is Scuba's. Scuba's is open for your 9 to 12-year-olds. Typically on a sea day, 9:30 to 12, 2 till 5, 6:15 to 10:30. The staff on board were great. A big thank you to Hannah, who was in charge of it all here at the Kids Club on Iona and gave us a great tour. It looks great. You'll need to book in. It'll all be explained once you arrive on board, and you can register your child on embarkation day. But head here to take a look at all of the facilities on board and take a chat to the crew. As said, you'll need to book yourself in, especially if you're on a school holidays cruise, as it does get really booked up. They can have up to around 1,600 children on board. The other rooms, our surfers 5 to 8, again similar times, and then you've also got splashers 2 to 4. Check out all the facilities, are very modern facilities on board and really large as well, with fully trained staff. These are the kids clubs on board. If you have any questions, please do ask down below. As well as the indoor areas, they have the outdoor areas, including a football pitch. Plenty of outdoor areas on deck 17, plenty of sunbeds for you to chill out and relax on those sea days. We're at the forward part of deck 17. This is Epicurean, a speciality restaurant, a 3-course dining experience, they say. You can book this before your cruise. If there's space, you can book it on board. The Ivory Room on board, just behind the crow's nest. This is for private events, maybe conferences on board, or most importantly, if you're getting married, this is where you'll get married. Congratulations! Offering stunning views, it is a favourite for all P&O guests. The crow's nest is open from 10 till late, but after 6 p.m. it is over 18s only. Head above to deck 18. At the front is the retreat, the beachcomber pool, and we'll take a look also at the jogging track. The retreat at the forward end of deck 18 is an extra cost area where you can relax, and it's adults only. Beachcomber pool included in your cost of your cruise, and it's an adults only pool area and bar. Some games including chess, the mid part of deck 18, and we'll briefly pop up to deck 19 for extra sunbathing space.
How many laps?
7.
You going to count for us?
Yeah.
Jogging track. Ernest informed me that it was 7 laps to get yourself a mile, and that takes you towards the aft of deck 18. At the aft of deck 18, you'll find the panorama pool and bar. Just round the corner at the aft is the splash zone. Kids can have lots of fun, but not on a day like this where it's pretty chilly at sea. Back up briefly on deck 19. where you can find the sports court. We had a game of football here. We've also got basketball. Nice shot, Ernest. And then test your swing out as they have 2 golf nets. That's your tour of Iona. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Hit on the screen now for a full tour of sister ship Britannia.